Hey everybody, it's Chris. I'm here with a review for Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. This is a special series that Tony and I are going to start. This is my buddy Tony. You may know him as hashtag Thanks Tony. Uh, Tony is a diehard Tigers fan, diehard Red Sox fan. So this is the Tiger Sox series of videos and reviews in which we review a beer together jointly. And as well, today we're going to be trying out some products that a company called Taza, as some of you may know in Spanish, that actually means cup. Tried out. These are the shatterproof wine glasses. We should be, yeah. See if we can take a hard, see if we can take a hard one, as well as their pop the top bottle opener. Now, I did write the folks at Taza and say I was getting ready to use their pop the top bottle opener on a waxed lid, and was that going to be a problem? They wrote back and said, "Gee, we don't know. Let us know how it works out." So we're not only trying, yeah, exactly. I think even Taza is learning something. So we're going to try out these glasses, and I don't know that there's really anything to necessarily try out with them. They do kind of bend if you squeeze them. They're kind of flexy, so that's good. Maybe that's why they don't shatter. Even as because plastic will shatter under the right conditions. So maybe, yeah. So we'll give this a shot. This is the pop the top bottle opener from Taza. I'm going to put that a little bit closer to the camera. You can get an idea of what it looks like. Try and get that glare off of there. And how this apparently works, and this is actually the christening of this opener, is you just, according to the box, you set it on, and you snap it tight, and you pull it off. And the deal with these openers is if you're one of those cats who saves the bottle caps, you've seen the, I'm sure you've probably seen the things where people have like a state, a wooden state, and it'll have like all the caps from, exactly. So, you know, but if you don't have as much shelf space as my buddy Tony does to put your bottles, then you can maintain caps. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is, well,
24 hours.
it's what is it now? It's 1:32, so about 9 a.m. is when this started. But he's still ready to drink some more Grand Canyon Pumpkin Porter. I'm sorry, Pumpkin Springs Porter. Pumpkin Springs Porter. They're out of Williams, Arizona, on the, I want to say South Ridge.
I believe it is the South.
Yeah, South Ridge of the Grand Canyon. And
They got a pretty groovy IPA as well.
now, Tony, talk about your experiences with Grand Canyon as well as porters, or how you stand on porters. And
Big fan of porters. Whenever I decide that I'm in the mood for a dark beer, which is probably 1 out of every 5 for me, if you had to break it down that way.
Mhm.
I consider myself a big fan of porters as long as they're properly made and not too watery. I mean, I've had too many experiences where porters came across as almost like some ice melted in them, and then I enjoyed them, or quote unquote enjoyed them.
Yeah, then it's when it almost comes to like a brown ale, and they won't mislabel it as a brown ale.
And I've always kind of leaned toward the porters that have more of the autumn porters. It just seems like that's when the time of year when brewers will get a little adventurous and throw some spices in there that'll intrigue you a little bit and kind of throw you a curveball. But I'm definitely not immune to drinking them January through December. I mean,
I don't know if you can see in the video. If you could see, most of these are actually going to be IPAs. Tony is a big IPA fan.
Guilty.
And
I do have some porters up there and some stouts. I promise you. In fact, Narwhal's right there.
Narwhal, yeah.
An intense stout.
Yes, indeed.
There's plenty. There's box. There's
And were you at that tasting that was at Lee's for Arizona? I mean, not Arizona, but Grand Canyon Brewing?
The Grand Canyon one, I was not.
Okay, Grand Canyon actually will sell you. They have what they call bombers, and so you can dry hop, and they'll sell these to you. And even as a home brewer, you can buy Grand Canyon hop packages and hop bombers. And this actually says on it that it was bombed on 7/31/13. So,
which we just learned right before.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Take it back.
However, it is sealed with wax, and from everything I've read, if you seal it with wax, you should be able to, if you, as long as you don't expose it to sunlight or high temperatures, everything should be groovy. And I picked this up at Top Shelf Wine and Spirits in Summerlin here in Las Vegas. Really nice guy. Later on, Tony and I are going to be doing a review of an aged 120-minute IPA from Dogfish Head and Want to give a shout out to them because I won their beer for a penny, and plus they've got some good beers at good prices. So if you're in West Vegas and you're looking for a good beer shop, check out Top Shelf Wine and Spirits. They look kind of like this place. If you go in, every single square inch is covered in inventory, right up to the ceiling. So they're nice people, and I want to see them do well. So I'm gonna give a shout out to them. And now let us put Tazaz pop the top opener on. Would you like to?
No, I'm actually kind of
Okay.
curious to
All right.
see
Let's.
the product
Now let's
being
see.
used before I
Supposedly we're supposed to just be able to pop that on.
and
No.
trust the table.
And take it off. And take it off.
Took some
and-
wax off.
Took some wax off.
Wax off.
Wax off. Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Miyagi.
Pat Marie would be so pleased.
And yeah, okay.
Take two. Okay.
All right. Not
Well, it
bad.
is a wax off.
It is. So we'll have
Yeah.
to see that. We're getting a lot of
Yeah.
carbonation. What are you getting?
A little bit of the head on
Getting
it.
almost a clove.
Get clove. The pumpkin's definitely pronounced. I mean, you're getting that like right through the nose immediately. Maybe a touch of cinnamon kind of tossed in there a little bit.
Yeah. There's
Initially foaming up. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you got excited. The new
I did.
The new Tiger Sock
Holy
series
cow.
has the man excited. That's all foam.
That is all foam. Holy cow.
How in the world? I've seen you pour.
You know what?
so
I'm
many
gonna let you
beers.
for the. In fact, I'm just gonna get some. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab the. I'm gonna grab another couple of glasses here.
There we are. This never happens. I'm telling you. This is, I do not want to take it.
I'm. Let's see if Tony is actually a really good pourer, and I mean that sincerely. Tony is the kind of guy who can put 20 ounces of beer into a 16-ounce glass. So
Yeah,
Let's-
it took about half these.
let's see if you can do any better
Yeah,
than
I'm
I.
not promising. Jack, all right?
Anything's got to be an improvement on what I did. So
I'm not promising, yeah.
see, already we got a better turnout.
Okay, so yeah, well, I'm a slightly better, but it's
This
it's
is
the whole beer.
monofoamy, yeah.
It's just gonna happen.
It does make me wonder though if maybe some air did somehow manage to seep in prior to.
See, I did this pour.
Waxing.
So this
Yeah.
first one here is probably best.
Wow,
That's just an obnoxious amount of foam.
that really is. And I think we still have like half the beer in the. Not quite, but yeah.
Well,
There's
we
still
can
a-
definitely kick off on this one. These other two need some time,
Let's see. Okay,
or just
Look at it.
guzzle right from
there's that too.
Oh, we got a
Screensaver comes up. Okay.
okay.
So, if you can give that a swirl, I don't know if you can or.
Yeah, well, messes can be cleaned up. No problem.
Okay, definitely getting the pumpkin spice smell now, but a lot of clove. I'm really getting more clove than even the cinnamon or
Yeah,
the pumpkin. Clove and a little hint of like maybe vanilla.
vanilla. Yeah, I'm picking that up. But actually, more like liquid vanilla, kind of like from
Yes,
the bottle.
exactly.
Not so
Yeah,
much,
that
you know,
alcoholic
scoop of
vanilla.
ice
That
cream, but
yeah,
Yeah, the sense of the
that you got in the spice rack.
vanilla you would buy. To make it. The foam is actually, if you are a connoisseur of foam,
Yeah,
it's actually
as
decent
foam as you're
foam.
seeing.
You know, you have to cut through that sometimes.
That has more of an aftertaste than a taste, I would say. No, haven't gotten to the.
I have to chew it a second. Yeah, a little bit of a biscuity, a
Uh-huh.
little bit of a biscuity touch to it. Dry, very dry.
Mm-hmm.
But then I wonder what this would have tasted like fresh 3 years ago.
Me
You know,
too.
kind of.
I'm a little surprised that a 3-year-old beer could be introduced to the market. I don't think Top Shelf has been open for
I'll
3
be
years.
honest.
So.
There's been many times that I've gone here in Vegas. I've lived here a long time. To the chain here in town, Lee's Liquor. They're all over town. There are some shelves in certain Lee's that just literally have dust on their bottles, and there's this kind of an allure to it. You're like, mysterious. You know, you look at it like, I could really, maybe experiment with this and see if this is aged more, flavored more. But there's a lot of them that sit there a while. You know they do.
I'm thinking the new wave might possibly be in some of the online beer sales are people who will buy, like wholesalers who will buy cases of beer and then maybe properly age them in cool,
Yeah.
dark,
Yeah.
Man, that fly just
Got a
in
visitor.
love with you. But I'm thinking that might be possibly the wave of the future is people being able to buy, Dogfish Head's 120-minute IPA from 6 years ago or what have you, and know that, somebody has kept it in a dark room with
Yeah,
the right humidity conditions.
I think with the trend, as you all know, with craft beers is to always introduce things that no other company's tried, and it's kind of, you're too kind. Trying to get me drunk, this guy.
Yeah.
Get my wallet. Check my wallet. My wallet's gone. But they do tend to, like, hey, let's break some new ground. So because of that, and the innovation, the endless thirst for new innovation from the mainstream craft brewer, I think because of that, we will see a series of 5-year-old, 6-year-old aged, not just the barrel aged. I'm talking like beyond the barrel.
Yeah.
Getting into the mainstream.
And that's the thing is, anybody obviously can buy this year's 120 IPA, take it home, stick it in your garage. But is your garage cool enough? Are you, keeping the dark out of it properly? Things like that.
A bunch of windows in your garage.
Yeah, and if you have a refrigerator in your garage that you can just put beer in, like some people do, that's a great thing. But I think that's the thing too, is to be able to go to somebody's website and see, oh wow, they've got Rodenbach from 15 years ago. Let's see how well that aged, or especially some of the barley wines that say right on them ages very well.
Especially barley wine. And you're seeing more and more breweries, especially in San Diego County, breweries that are doing just that. In other words, if you don't have a date somewhere on your bottle, it's just like, to me, it's a turn off. I want to know when I've started to age this, whether I was in my possession or not.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
hey, this has already got a 2-year head start on me, But
did you ever watch Greg's reviews on here?
I have seen some.
Yeah. Greg's big thing is if there's no date on there, Greg is the first to bitch about it. And I say I agree, Greg. I mean,
Greg,
somewhere on there.
Hope you're watching this.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more, man.
Exactly. Somewhere on the bottle, either on the bottle itself or the label or something, there's got to be a spot for you to put, the date it was brewed. If you're a small brewery, get on a Sharpie and write it.
We got a big
Right on. So, what's your take on this?
I can't say as far as the porter goes, it's memorable. I don't dislike the beer, but I'm finicky. What can I say?
Yeah, I can't.
You can't have any, all right?
Yeah, sorry. Tough luck, Chuck.
Certainly in the driveway. What the hell?
If I could say, you can say anything you like. This is an age-restricted channel, so. It is a nice. I mean, it's a good strong head, obviously, and a nice brown color, but I'm just not getting a lot of flavor from it.
I'm just getting I'm really not getting much pumpkin initially. I've got more on the bouquet.
Yeah, and almost on the aftertaste too. Like there's a spiky mouthfeel aftertaste.
But it's more like a pumpkin seasoning. I mean, more like like something you would sprinkle on a. I don't liken it to cinnamon, but something that fine of a powder.
Exactly, and there's a distinction between, like, if you have, say, a pumpkin soup and pumpkin pie. You got pumpkin pie seasoning and pumpkin, pie, and you've got actual pumpkin and pumpkin soup. This is more like pumpkin pie seasoning.
That's, you nailed it. I mean, but for the beer being a porter, pardon me. I don't know. I'd say it's kind of middle of the road, kind of average. I mean, I'm not hating it, but if I were to crave a porter, I could think of at least half a dozen off the top of my head I'm going to buy in one shopping.
I'm going to show you the.
I do respect the company though, Grand Canyon.
Yeah, they are
good. They make good, really good. Yeah.
They make good beers, and I'm showing you the cap right now. There is a little bit of a divot on the wax over here, so we're going to have to see if it can salvage the other cap. As luck would have it, I can see through the wax on this cap, but there's no real design on this, so this would really be worth saving. But we will be using one of the openers on a different bottle, and we'll have to see how that works out.
very long lingering aftertaste though. I think the aftertaste is actually kind of pleasant.